Just some quick thoughts on the game. I believe we played consistently for 4 quarters. It was a great chance to get, especially in the third and a half to fourth quarter, a lot of younger players a chance to play. And I think they handled their assignments pretty well. Certainly the scoring potential wasn't the same as it was early on, but there should be a little drop-off when the younger players go in, but I think they executed at a pretty high level. I really believed our team prepared well this past week in practice, and it's a unique challenge, especially playing an FCS opponent at this time in the year, but I think our team showed a lot of maturity and handled it well, and that was a real step forward in my opinion. Other than that, the outcome is what I would have hoped. We scored a lot of points on offense and didn't give up many on defense, and I think we still gained momentum going into the last 4 weeks of the season and a short week. So I'll take questions wherever they are.
Jake Keeps got some playing time in the second half. Can you kind of talk about his performance and what you took from it?
I was just really glad that he had an opportunity, and we had an opportunity to give him some playing time. As always, he throws the ball very well. He's aggressive with the football, and he had a chance to lead our team, and it was fun to see him smiling, and that's a good thing. Any other questions?
Yeah. Did Kyle Mendenhall really showed up aggressively on defense in the first half, and he had those 2 sacks, so the sandwich between those was a penalty. How is it a good thing to have someone who's so aggressive to the point where occasionally he makes penalties as opposed to someone who kind of takes it?
It's always good for defensive players to be on the edge. That particular play, I didn't see it. I did apologize to their coach after, as did Kyle. I was apologizing, and I didn't ask Kyle to, and I turned around and he was right behind me. So I don't know how late it was or how malicious it was or how out of bounds it was in terms of the rules, but it's clearly their coach wouldn't have reacted that way if it wasn't anything other than a penalty. And so there's a fine line. And some of the best teams are the most penalized teams defensively, but I would like clean play as well as aggressive play, and that's a delicate balance.
Can you talk about the contributions that Van Noy had, the block punt, and just the spark he gave the defense early on?
If you look just at Kyle's production this entire year, I mean, starting from Ole Miss, I mean, really what game hasn't he contributed in? An interception, a sack, knocking down a pass, I mean, doing something. The guy, he just makes a lot of football plays, and he has a very high, just what I would refer to as a football IQ. He's a student of the game, and he loves it, and he just is very intuitive out there, and he's always where he's supposed to be, and sometimes it's outside of his assignment because he knows where the ball's going to be, and as long as he keeps making plays, then we're good. When he doesn't make plays, then we're not good.
Coach, in the second drive for Idaho State, when they got their field goal, it seemed like the defense shifted from aggressive to conservative to more aggressive. Can you expound on that a little more?
You know, I don't remember as much other than we played more just base zone almost the entire game. Early on, I was trying to get a feel for, with the ball coming out so quickly, what would be the best approach. So I was kind of feeling my way a little bit as the play caller. Our execution, we were a little bit too soft, especially in some of the underneath coverages, and I believe there was a couple offsides, I'm not positive, or pass interference, but I think that contributed. So once that drive was kind of under our belt, it's our players and myself as the play caller, I think I put them in better situations. So that was more reflection of me than them.
When you're ahead by so much going into halftime, in the second half, how do you balance not wanting to show up the other team, but still wanting to have meaningful experiences for the younger guys that come in?
Yeah, we talked about that as a staff, especially on the offensive perspective, and we were hopeful to get Jake a couple scoring drives, and then make it very clear all we were going to do is run the football. And so it took a little longer to get the drives that we wanted, but our intent and our communication between Brandon and myself was run it, run it, run it, run it, run it when you need to, play action, and then run it, run it, run it, run it. And so I've been on the other side, and that was what our approach was. Going into about the 6-minute mark, it was there are to be no passes. I don't remember when that was exactly, but that was our communication.